You are listening to WQED's Voice of the Arts podcast. I'm Emily Brunner, and today we have Executive Director of South Park Theater, Lorraine Mszanski. Hi, Lorraine.
Hi, Emily. Thanks so much for having me here today.
Yeah, okay, so much going on for South Park Theater. We're going to highlight all the things to do in the summer with this series, parks, outdoor adventures, all that fun stuff. And we're going to start with you with South Park Theater, because not only are you in a park, but you're theater. Oh my gosh, so many amazing things. Okay, so Lorraine, let's first start. What is South Park's mission? What do you guys do? What is your bread and butter?
Excellent, thanks. Our South Park Theater's mission is to provide quality, affordable theater while encouraging participation and involvement in the arts. So what that means is we do lots of programming all year, but our main programming happens in the summer because we are located in the park. When the theater was founded back in 1995, it was founded by folks who did just the summer theater. They were teachers and just a few months of programming, but the company has grown so much over the year. This is our 30th season, and we now do programming all year, which is lovely. There are two main branches of the programming. The one is our Mainstage, which we perform for family and adults on our indoor stage. And then we have another beautiful stage in the outdoors, just surrounded by the beautiful park and nature. And that's where we perform, for the most part, our children's theater programming. The children's theater programming typically happens between June and August. We also have a couple of fall shows. We do a Halloween show and a Christmas show, but those, it gets a little cold, so those are going to be on our indoor stage. And like I said, all of the main stage programming that happens on our indoor main stage, that's got a little bit of a longer season. We actually open on Thursday. We kick off our main stage season with a British farce called Run for Your Wife. And we will keep going almost every weekend through October.
Wow.
And then we're going to tack on a Christmas show in December for the first time ever.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's exciting.
Lots of programs. There'll be 15, I think it's 15 shows this season that we'll produce between, 15. 15 sounds right. Let's go with that. And then we also have an educational element. We do classes all year round. Some of our biggest classes would be our summer camps, one in June, a bigger one in July, and another in August for our littles who want to learn how to act as well.
Oh, so fun. Congrats on 30 years. That's amazing.
Thanks.
And just, wow, 15 shows in like the span of 5 months?
When you put it that way.
Wow.
A few more months than that, maybe. But it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's pretty much back to back. And then we overlap. Our main stage is on the indoor stage Thursdays through Saturdays. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are when the children's theater is happening outside. So.
Okay. Well, you have so much to see in South Park. Can we talk a little bit about your main stage season first? So you said you're starting with a British farce this Thursday. Amazing. And then going all the way to October.
That's right. So Run for Your Wife opens, like I said, on Thursday. All of our main stage shows run for 3 weekends. We'll take a week off, we'll regroup, and then our next show is called The Revolutionists. It's by Lauren Gunderson, who's one of America's most produced playwrights right now, and for very good reason. Her writing is just brilliant. It's funny, it's clever, it's contemporary, and this is a show that I discovered a few years ago and have been aching to do since then. Maybe one of my favorite scripts of this season.
Oh,
maybe.
Okay.
No
High
shade to the others. They're also great, but I'm really excited about this one. It's about 4 women who actually existed in the French Revolution, including Marie Antoinette, of course. And then one of the characters is actually a compilation of a bunch of different women. Boy, their fight with feminism and how they're going to save themselves. And there's murder, and maybe not really reality, and it's very clever. So, yeah, that'll be coming up next in June. Then we open our big summer musical, which is always such a big hit in the park. I think everyone's ready for like a big fun musical in the middle of the summer in the park. It's a great party. So that show is going to be Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, which was the famous movie with what's his bucket? Steve Martin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll finish up our season with our final 3 shows, Into the Breaches, which is going to be a regional premiere. It's about, let's see, that takes place in August. Oh, no, I skipped A Rock Sails By. A Rock Sails By is going to be going on late July into early August by Sean Grennan, South Park Theater favorite playwright. Into the Breaches, and then we wrap up our season with Sleuth, which is a 2-man murder comedy, super cool show.
Perfect for Halloween.
Exactly. We kind of get that creepy element in at the end of our season.
Oh, so fun. Well, that sounds like a wonderful season, full of a lot of stuff. I got to ask, though, you do 3 weekends of a show, take 1 weekend off, and then do it all over again. How do you go about scheduling and overlapping? How does that work?
It's a really good question. So we kind of live and die by our Google Calendar.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's one show at a time, and then you add on the layer of children's theater on the outdoor stage also happening at the same time. But I think people forget that there's multiple shows rehearsing. So while one is in production, the next is in rehearsal, and sometimes the show after that is also starting rehearsal. Mm-hmm. So we just kind of have to schedule very carefully. The park is so gracious. Allegheny County Parks, the South Park management is so wonderful about letting us use some other spaces sometimes if we've got multiple rehearsals happening at the same time. And we just very carefully work together. And I mean, we're all there to produce theater. And so graciously concede 15 minutes or 30 minutes here or there so someone else can get started with their rehearsal or production. Yeah, it's busy.
It's busy.
But you know, that's how we like it.
Sounds fun. And your children's theater, what's the difference between the children's theater and the Mainstage?
So our children's theater is performed whereas our main stage are performed by local, either professional or maybe they have day jobs, but they are professional level actors that are adults, for the most part adults. Our children's theater is performed for kids, by kids.
Oh.
So all of the productions take place in the summer when everyone's off on their summer break. And we have actors that range from age 6 all the way up to 17 or 18.
Wow.
And those are all classic fairy tales brought to life on stage.
Aww.
So we're opening our season with Rapunzel, for example. So might be the story that you're familiar with another little twist in there to change it up. We've got a musical version of The Wizard of Oz. Oh boy, let me check my notes here so I get the order right. My coworker Emily Lawrence Reagan, she runs children's theater, and I want to make sure I'm doing her justice.
I was going to say, you can't do all of it, right?
Oh goodness, no. Are you kidding me? Relatively, I do very little compared to all the super hard workers around me. We have Snow White and the 7 Fairy Godmothers.
Oh, that's a cute take.
The musical story of Hansel and Gretel. And then we're finishing our summer season with Princess who's a princess who got amnesia and is trying to figure out who she is. So all of those, like I said, not only are they performed for kids, by kids, but that taking place on our outdoor stage is a very different experience. Of course, it's weather permitting, but I'll tell you what, on a beautiful day or even a mostly beautiful day, it's a wonderful hour-long experience. Kids will come and set up picnic blankets and have a picnic, or set up lawn chairs, watch the show. The cast will come out before the show and kind of mingle with everybody, introduce themselves in character, and it's just a very family-friendly. It's great for littles that are maybe this is their first or second exposure to theater in a very low-key, fairly act, you know, you can, if somebody needs like run off steam, we often have moms who are maybe bouncing their babies out in our parking lot just behind, and a lot of audience interaction kind of thing. And it's all outside in this beautiful park with a beautiful new playground right across the street that a lot of kids will go enjoy after the show.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that sounds so fun. I love that it's for kids by kids.
Yeah, me
that's
too.
Always the best.
It's such a cool experience for those performers, those actors, to be entertaining their peers, or maybe you have a 5th or 6th grader who's putting on a show for a 4 or 5-year-old, and they just feel so. My favorite part, they all sit on the side of the stage after the show and they sign autographs for the kids. Oh, they just feel like $1 million. And along the way, you know, they've learned a lot about teamwork and cooperation and all the work that it takes to put up a show, you know, an hour-long show. It's no small feat.
No, it's no small feat. That's incredible. And so just all of that on top of each other is a lot. Yeah. But then you also do summer camps too, you kind of mentioned. Do they do performances too?
Yes. So there's the June and the August camps are a week long. And we say camps, but it's not an all-day camp. It's like 3 or 4 hours, I believe. And it's in the afternoons. And the kids in the June and the August camps, they'll learn some basics about acting, and they'll work on either a scene with a couple other folks or a monologue to perform for their family and friends at the end of the week.
Oh.
And then the July camp is the much bigger camp. That's 8 days. And again, the kids are learning about acting and working together and, you know, downstage, upstage. And they will put on something a bit more substantial of a scene at the end of that. So there's a showcase performance the final evening of the camp.
Oh, fun. I love that.
Yeah, they get their applause, and they just, again, they feel like $1 million. It's awesome.
So cool. And then to kind of in between all of your shows, you also have Party in the Park on May 25th. What is that? And I hear there's a cabaret.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much for asking. I'm very excited about this event in particular. This is a big fundraising event, not only for the theater, but for the Bethel Park Community Foundation, the Bethel Park Public Library, and then South Park Theater. The three of us got together 3 years ago to start this event. So it's still in its infant stages, but man, is it taking off, and it's very exciting. We came together to kind of raise awareness of the theater. You know, there's so many people who say, oh, I've been coming to South Park for years, but I never knew you guys were here. So it's a wonderful way to kind of raise awareness of the theater, but then also raise some money for these 3 really wonderful organizations. So this year, we've actually added on 2 other local organizations to help us put this on: the Bethel Park Education Fund and the Bethel Park Historical Society. And with our 5 powers combined, we're going to have this kind of big blowout of a summer event to kind of kick off the season. It will be at the theater, and we'll have tours of the theater. There's going to be so much food and drinks. We've got a balloon artist. The Bethel Park Historical Society is going to be bringing out antique cars, not vintage cars, but antique cars to learn about. The Penn State Master Gardeners, who are taking care of the ground. It's their gardens are now located at the theater. They're going to be doing a demonstration and talking about gardening, giving tips. We've got performances going on by our children's theater kids. And then new this year is our miscast cabaret be happening at the Party in the Park, where, you know, if you've ever wanted to see like a middle-aged man performing Tomorrow from Annie, you know, now's your shot. The idea is that you're going to be experiencing some of your favorite musical theater numbers performed by some really excellent singers who would never be cast in these roles. And what the result is something either really hilarious or maybe a little enlightening.
Yeah. Because Because sometimes you can be like, oh, that role actually does work with this person. Why haven't we done that before?
Yep.
No?
Yep.
Yeah.
So very entertaining portion of the event.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a chock-a-block event. So many things going on.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So go to Party in the Park on May 25th if you just want to get a taste of what South Park Theater does, and Bethel Park and South Park and all that fun stuff over there on the south side of the city. Lorraine, I got to ask, why go see live theater, and why go see it in a park? Why go see it in South Park?
Where do I begin with why go see live theater? Oh, well, I mean, live theater is an experience like no other. I mean, I think the human condition, we want to connect with others, and you can do that in live theater in a way that you can't at the movies or sitting at home watching Netflix. I think South Park Theater, I really at South Park Theater try to choose plays that will not, sometimes just entertain. Sometimes we want to just escape for a little bit after a long week. But oftentimes we also want to, engage and think and question. And, I like it when people leave the theater talking with their friends and asking each other questions and considering. So not only entertain, but also provide some like meaningful fodder to go off with. And so live theater does that, I think, in a way that nothing on Netflix could. No shade to Netflix. I mean, I love me some Netflix, but and why in the park? Oh, okay. When you drive into South Park, which is such a beautiful park, I think that you're really experiencing, you're making your art a whole experience. So sitting in the beautiful gardens that surround South Park, thanks to the Penn State Master Gardeners, who are amazing, and being surrounded by nature, and you're sitting under the stars, that really creates not just going to see a show, but it's a whole experience that evening or that afternoon. And I really think that sometimes you just need to like slow down and look around you. And I'm a very like go person, but driving into the park and experiencing theater in that setting just really creates a unique, restful, and like all I can say is like,
yeah, I can already see it on your face.
It creates like such a peaceful and simple experience. And then what a wonderful mindset to walk in and to like take in a show in that kind of a setting. So
yeah,
that's why South Park, I think.
Yeah, good answer. I like that. Yeah. And, nature is already so restive. The park is ginormous, so you can go see all this other stuff going on, too. Not just the theater, but the new playground. And you can go on. You said there were bike trails, too, all over the place?
Yeah, a few years ago, the county put in a few bike lanes right on the main drag there, right on Brownsville, Corrigan. And, there's so much. There's horses. The buffalo are just beautiful. They're right over the hill. And, you really can make a weekend of South Park, not only just catching a show, but, there's so many hikes, and there's the wave pool, which should be opening soon.
Oh, yeah.
You can make a weekend in the park.
Yeah, get a picnic and just go see some awesome theater at South Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Lorraine, is there anything else you want to talk about South Park Theater?
Anything else? We are, like I said, we're in our 30th season, so we've been around. Yeah. And if you haven't discovered South Park Theater yet, I hope you'll come out and just give us a chance for a show. We've got very diverse programming, so I think we've got something for everyone. And what a great way to slow down and take in some art.
Yeah. And tickets are very reasonable, and there's parking and
nature.
Yes,
that's a great point. Yeah, we've got our own parking lot. Yay. So our affordability is in our mission. So ticket prices for those children's theater shows are just $5.
Wow.
Mainstage programming is between $18 and $20, but it's a musical or a play. So yeah, affordability, and we try to remain accessible with the parking, and we want everybody to feel comfortable to come out and see some show.
Yeah. Oh, so wonderful. I can't wait to see all of the shows at South Park Theater. And good luck with your opening this Thursday and the Party in the Park on May 25th and all of that. Lorraine, thank you so much for talking with me today. It's been awesome.
Well, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.